And we are back. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Channel 135 podcast. This is the show we talk about our favorite things in life, movies, TV series, and pop culture. I'm your host Cams, and I'm here with the brother straight out of Ranui, Eric. What's up, Uso?
Hey, what's up, bro? Can't wait
Good,
to
man.
get into another one, man.
Yeah, man. Can't wait, man. We are here to talk about the TV series Alien Earth, episode number 3. Eh? Episode 3.
Yeah.
Just dropped just a few hours ago. So we're going to bring you the instant reactions for the release of episode 3 of Alien Earth out on Disney Plus, a 20th Century Fox production. Yeah, man, the Channel 135, we are brought to you by the WesWes Network. Brought to you by WesWesNet.com. Go check out our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and our YouTube channel, the WesWes Movies and TV YouTube channel. Also find us on the socials, WesWes Movies and TV. Part of the WesWes Network, on the WesWes Network socials as well. And you can look at all our podcasts on our website, www.weswesnet.com. Right, man. As we always start the podcast, talking about other things.
Yeah.
In brief, during the week, what have you been watching? But no, we've both been watching, and we've been doing the Chief of War TV series on this podcast.
Yeah.
But you've been watching it too in the background, ain't bad. So how you finding that show?
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I really like it. It's cool to see the Polynesian like stories and legends being told, and there needs to be more of it. Because our stories are really, really cool, and even though it's not our Hawaiian, the legend that's being told right now is Hawaiian, it's still relatable to us in a way. Because some of the lingo is almost the same as ours, like the language they speak.
Oh, you've been from the Cook Islands. Similar language, eh?
Yeah. Because even my mom and my dad, they can slightly pick it up. My mom can see the variances between the dialect in it, but she knows what they're saying. So I was like, oh wow, she's really intrigued that some of the things are similar too, but then again, totally different. But we're all the same people anyhow. But it's just cool, seeing something like us on the TV with that much financial backing as well, which is so cool because it's done really, really well.
Yeah,
and it's looking good right now, bro. Man, it looks mean. I like the lens of it.
It does look
good.
And Bob mentioned on the podcast, it's one of the most expensive TV series ever made.
Yeah,
each episode. So the production value is in, and you'll get that from being sponsored by or being produced by Apple TV Plus.
Yeah,
these streaming services like Amazon that are getting into the movie business, and Apple, like they've got more money than Hollywood, man.
Bro,
their budgets are limitless. So, and pretty cool that Jason Momoa and the Polynesian writers and directors and people that put their hand into telling the story of Kayana and the kings of Hawaii back in the days, or on big screen, which is pretty cool. On small screen even.
And you can see it too, You can see that he's really super passionate about it, and his acting and stuff, and how it's laid out. Man, it's so good. It's an easy above 4 out of 5. It's way up there every episode.
Yeah, you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's a good series, So that comes out every Fridays on Apple Plus. So I'm enjoying that series at the moment, and enjoying coming on the podcast and reviewing each episode.
Yeah, it's crack up. I've been listening to a couple, so I need to catch up with the latest pods you guys done for episode 4.
Yeah, so we try to keep up with each episode. So episode 4 of the Chief of War has come out, and we've already dropped our podcast reviewing that episode. And we'll do the same for episode 5, and until we get to the finale, and we'll just do every single episode on this podcast on the Channel 135. So yeah, man. But man, it's gonna be a busy week, man. A busy month for the Channel 135. A lot of TV shows have been coming out, movies. So you mentioned yesterday, texting me that you went to watch Weapons.
Yeah,
and I watched the week before.
Yep.
I think Royden, he's watched it too. So we try to tee up a session to do a podcast to review that movie. To review Weapons, and I'm gonna enjoy that one. So a lot to talk about on that one. So yeah, we'll find a time to get together and do a podcast and review that movie. It should be good.
choice.
Yeah. And then we've got Peacemaker season 2 that starts on Friday.
Oh shit, that too,
Yeah, so
bro. Because
so I'll be keen to do a podcast on each episode of Peacemaker as well. It's a funny series, man, and
bro,
I
and as I
enjoyed
say,
season 1.
I love it. I love that show. It's so fucking crack up. It's I reckon it's better. I reckon it's more funnier than The Boys. The Boys is funny, but it's like, oh, disgusting funny. But yeah, Peacemaker is absolutely nuts. It's really, yeah, I have a good time with it.
Yeah, so yeah, drop on Friday. I guess we could do it on Friday, but depends on Royden. We can do it on the weekend.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
try to get it out as soon as after the episode comes out because, like I said, Channel 145 is gonna be busy this month, man. Like we got 3 TV series that we have to review each
Yeah.
week.
Because I've been I just finished Invasion season 1 and 2 on Apple Plus, and season 3 is coming up this Friday. So it's like, okay, Chief of War, Invasion, and Peacemaker all on Friday. It's like, what the hell? It's like almost 3 hours of material to watch.
But man, I was so excited to do Peacemaker.
Yeah, me too.
And it'd be cool to get us free to get on and talk about it, and hopefully Filippo can get on too and talk about Peacemaker as well. But the reason why Filippo was saying he's not interested in aliens, he's not like a horror movie guy, he's not into the jump scares and that, so leave him out of the Aliens Earth TV series podcast. But man, Aliens Earth, man, that's the third TV series that we will be reviewing on this podcast. And me being an Aliens fan, I mean, I'm an Aliens and Predator fan, so it makes sense for me to watch the Alien every time the Alien movie comes out. Part of the franchise, I'm there, man. I'm there. So yeah, we're here to review Aliens Earth. That's on Disney Plus. Episode 3 dropped today, a few hours ago, like we mentioned, and we're gonna give you the instant recap. We're gonna give you the instant reactions to our instant reactions to episode 3 of Alien Earth. All right, man. I'm gonna do the 135 recap. So if spoilers are ahead, so if you guys haven't seen the episode, stop this podcast now, go back, watch it, then come back, play us. We're gonna break the episode down. Right, here we go.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Wendy and the Lost Boys and Girls return from investigating the derelict Maginot ship, bringing aboard captured alien specimens. On the ship, Wendy confronts a xenomorph that's pinned her brother Hermit to a wall in a meat locker. Through a brutal fight, she rescues him, but ends up unconscious and leaking mysterious white fluid. Wow, it's not mysterious, that's the android white fluid, hinting at her deeper hybrid nature. Boy Cavalier is thrilled by the haul of the Maginot, viewing the alien specimens as $1 trillion of R&D for Prodigy's agenda. Tensions among the synthetics intensify. Krish shows increasingly autonomy, studying the aliens with an intensity that suggests a deeper curiosity. Curly questions Wendy's status. Her dad always threw the first pancake in the trash, and subtly challenges the hierarchy within Prodigy. Slightly becomes a pawn in espionage when Cyborg Morrow secretly implants a bug in his neck, sparking intrigue and manipulation. In a visual chilling sequence, Wendy, drawn by some psychic pull, wanders into the Neverland lab. There, Krish and Curly dissect a xenomorph egg, extract a facehugger, and then implant its wriggling innards into a lung in the tank. And Wendy drops to the floor, unconscious. End of the episode. And that was your Channel 135 recap. Man, also, man, your thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, there's a lot in there, eh? Yeah, there's a lot going on. The episode wasn't that super exciting, but I don't think it needed to be. I think it was just trying to figure out what's going on with the synthetics, where the company's going to finding all these specimens and what they're gonna do with them as well. Like Krish dissecting up the facehugger So it looks like through, I think episode 2, he finds that computer port, right? And he's learning about the specimens. So it looks like he knows the biology a little bit, but he still doesn't know what it's supposed to do. But he's got a rough idea because he goes for the embryo. So that I don't have any idea what they're up to. They're like playing God at the moment. That's kind of weird. Nips is questioning her, like she's trying to figure out how come I'm called Nips? Or why can't we keep our old names? She's asking questions. Like I think she doubts her decision on becoming a synthetic. So I don't know what's going to happen there. She might not be one of those ones that wants to stay on the island. Who knows? She might have a different camera arc later on in the story. And yeah, like how you were saying, Curly is challenging Wendy's spot, which is that's quite surprising because Wendy doesn't seem like she's wants to do anything like that. Curly has more ambition than Wendy, and I think Wendy should be like Curly, but it's not the way this character is going. And I think the Trillion is starting to see that, so he might have a new number one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed episodes 1 and 2 for the fact that it's bringing us more information on what's happening on Earth in terms of, like, we talked about last episode, the corporations.
Yeah,
You only see the logo in the movies. You only see the names of, we know Weyland Yutani because of the logos and the ships in it. So, and we see the owner of Yutani with David and Prometheus, but we get, now we're in the timeline where it's around Aliens, the first movie Aliens, Alien Romulus, and what's going on Earth with these corporations. But it's cool that we get to be introduced to the status on Earth. Like I mentioned this all before, like there's another corporation called Prodigy where we find the synthetics with Wendy and the synthetics that they named after the Lost Boys from Peter Pan, which all ties into very well into what's happening when you think about the evolution of the human race and today. Like the questions these real life scientists of today, like now in real life, are questioning our human mortality. So what I'm talking about how to live on, right? Making new body parts, artificial body parts to replace our organs and that, to get our consciousness into organic synthetic robot like you see in the movie, but being talked about now, right?
Yeah,
we watched all the sci-fi shows on Netflix like Black Mirror. They touch on these kind of topics, eh?
Yeah, but synthetic body parts, and like for example, a person hiring a body part and unable to pay for it, and then they can just like, give me that body part back, and that's it. If you can't afford to pay for it, you can't keep it. Like, what? So there's real themes like that is out of it.
Yeah, so it's cool how they are bringing that all into the story, and it makes sense too. It makes sense, especially when you're a company like Weyland Yutani is going out actively trying to create these xenomorphs in space and bring them back to Earth. And use their biology to somehow try to find a way to expand human life with that kind of stuff. So the evolution of humankind is like the main sort of part, the main goal for these companies to try and create. Because these different companies that they talk about, like the Prodigy one, they've got their own way of doing it. Like the synthetics versus the cyborgs that Yutani has versus the androids, whatever they are. And which company it's a race against the companies to find out the best way to do this, right?
Yeah.
They have this technology. So having these aliens come from space, bringing back to these companies is what they want to find out how to increase that technology, right?
Yeah.
So it's all very interesting. That's the background of it, but we dive into it, and it's all very interesting. And that's what I like about this program, like the series.
Yeah.
The alien being there is like not the main interesting part of this whole story, right?
But it's a bonus for the audience.
It's part of it. This TV series is not scared to explore, but it makes sense because this is a TV series, right? you can probably only tell the story in the TV series format when you have like 9 hours, 10 hours of story.
Yeah.
Right? If it was a movie, you don't want to mess around with this kind of stuff. What you want to see is the action of the alien. Because you only got an hour and a half or 2 hours to tell the story. You don't want to see all this other shit. You just want to see the aliens in action, right?
Yep.
But now we're in the TV series format. We've got 10 hours of, okay, we can stretch the story. We can dive into, we can explore more of what the landscape is like, right? And the landscape is the corporations that control Earth.
Yeah, what they're really up to in with the
what they're really up to in that time.
Yeah.
So that's all background stuff, and I commend 20th Century Fox to get Noah Hawley on this because he's good at telling these kind of stories, right? So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think this episode 3, now we've secured all the aliens that are on the ship that have crash landed on Earth.
Yeah.
And Prodigy, they're sort of stolen these specimens that belong to Wayland Yutani only because the ship crashed in their area, in their
territory.
So
it's like, no, we're taking the contents of your ship. I was like, oh shit, they can do that.
That's right. So I was like, I have to admit, like when I first heard about Alien Earth, oh, that's cool. Aliens have made it to Earth. When they say that they're gonna set this before the first Alien movie, I was going, hey, how's that gonna work? Right?
Yeah, because this is I don't know how long it is after Prometheus, because the Prometheus ship takes off, right, in search of the whatever cave paintings they found in the caves and stuff. Eventually, they come across whatever is out there, but and then it's this, and then it's Alien, and then so on and so forth with the other movies. It's busy. So I don't know how many years after Prometheus it is. Probably a year.
No, I think it's more than that.
Oh, true.
But I was wondering how they're going to do this, because if this TV series is set before Aliens, at the first Alien movie, then the aliens already on Earth. So how does that work? So I didn't realize until this episode.
Yeah.
When they're taking the specimens back to the island, the Neverland Island, that's where the island that belongs to Prodigy, where the labs are. You're sort of containing all the. Seems like they're gonna contain the alien on this island. All the action of the aliens are gonna just happen on this island.
Yeah.
So it makes it much smaller than Earth. Because if you say aliens Earth, yeah, they're on Earth, but you think they're like running around
in America or something.
Yeah, like a zombie apocalypse.
Far out. That'll be a next level.
But it seems like it's not. Now they're gonna just confine to this island.
Yeah.
Which sort of makes sense if you think about, how do aliens get on Earth before Alien?
So that was
Aren't
the
they in outer space?
That was the incentive to send that mission with Ripley in them, right? Because they already knew that these aliens existed. So they were okay. Let's just send another ship, find some more, find some more eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Prodigy took the last ones. So
So now it all connects now. So I think that solved a lot of questions I had regarding this TV series, especially when they said this happens before Alien, the first movie.
Yeah.
Say, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. But now it's all it does. So anyway, a lot of things happen. A few things happen in this episode, especially around the lore of the alien, like the whole process of egg hatched, facehugger.
Yeah, transfer of
the embryo in the human or organic life form comes out as the alien that we know.
Yeah,
I think the alien that came out of the dog in Alien 3, it was a different kind of alien. Like had more legs or something.
Yeah, it was more sleeker, like a dog.
Yeah,
and it ran more on all fours.
Yeah, that's right.
See how it went into the lung? And I was wondering, why did they take the lung out? Was it purposely for that? To let them harvest that embryo? I was like, holy shit. The brother's lung, so he's only got one lung at the moment. I think he knows what they were up to too, because he had his eyes open before they started the operation, so you saw the cuts and stuff. So he's probably thinking, fuck, that's taking my shit out.
So they took the lung out of the brother,
Yeah, and just had it in that flask. Oh, shit. Yeah.
So we start back at the ship that crashed. And we sort of continue from what happened last episode when the alien snatches the brother. What's his name? Snatches the brother, goes down.
Joe, is it?
Joe thinks he's dead. And then Wendy, she takes off you're wondering where she takes off to. We know now she takes off downstairs. She finds the brother inside the meat wagon. He's like, sort of like tied up at the back, but tied up with the stuff that the alien makes to hold their victims, before the facehugger comes.
Yeah, so you
makes
were
another
right.
one.
You were right about that, eh? It was
Yeah.
either using him for bait for her, or it was using him for like, okay, now I gotta get my facehuggers. Come and get this guy.
Yeah.
So
And then
like,
we see the fight, between Wendy and the alien. And that's the first scene we see the acid for blood. The acid for blood, she stabs him through the roof of the truck, the meat truck. And the acid comes down and goes through, and that's when we first see the acid blood.
I was
disappointed when they're fighting inside the elevator.
Yeah.
And they closed it and you never saw what happened.
Yeah, I was hoping. Yeah, you could hear it. You could suspect something's going on because her being super strong in that. But man, it would have been cool to see it.
I was thinking maybe they needed to save some money and not show it
for that particular episode. The first two were like, oh shit, man, they took like millions and millions of dollars.
Well, the budget went blown on the ship crashing on Earth.
Yeah, hard up with the special effects.
Yeah. So then she beats the alien, but she's injured too, and she falls down, and her and her brother both get knocked out.
Yeah,
and then they get taken away, and we never see them really interact again, right? Until the time he wakes up in the operating room and he goes back to sleep. The one scene you mentioned, and then we see Wendy again at the end getting called, and that was a weird. She gets called somehow. Somehow she's connected to these aliens somehow.
I think my guess is whatever frequency those aliens are on. I think whatever supercomputer that the kid brought in their head is on the same wavelength as the aliens. And that's why because remember on the first episode, first or second episode where they came to the crash site, she could hear the clicking. So like,
she heard noises there.
Yeah, and Nips is like, hear what? What are you talking about, man? It's like, I can't hear shit.
Yeah.
So they're obviously on a different wavelength from her.
Well, she's connected to the alien somehow.
Yeah. That's a weird one, that one for me. I was like, whoa, okay, that's different.
Because that end scene when she shows up, she faints. No one sees her. Do you think that's a dream? Do you think she's dreaming, or
maybe she is dreaming? Because if you know how Chris takes the embryo, he would have seen her.
Yeah,
he would have stood up and he's holding the embryo. And oh shit, she's on the ground. But now he just carries on to the Wendy's brother's lung and then pops the embryo in the tube. I was like, fuck.
Because when they're stunning the facehugger, that's when she wakes up, and she moves towards, and she's getting the sound in her ears, and it's hurting her every time they touch the embryo or doing something, So
yeah, I think it's when they were killing it,
She's connected to them somehow.
He's like, hey, help me! He said, I'm trying to.
Or maybe she's connected to her brother somehow, and that's the lung. Maybe she's connected to the lung somehow. Maybe
I'm thinking.
maybe.
I'm thinking more to the alien, to the aliens.
The reason why she heard the clicking in the first episode because her brother's somewhere there, and that's her brother's lung in the lab. They're studying it there. Maybe she's drawn to that. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm going with my theory. I think there's some kind of frequency she's connected to with the aliens, but
okay,
it could be either way.
Yeah, we'll see. Because a lot of the episode, who's the boy genius?
What's his name again?
Boy Cavalier.
Yeah, Boy Cavalier. What a name!
His name's Boy Cavalier. He tells Nips that Wendy's his favorite. No, the other one. What's the other
Curly.
one? It's the New Zealand actress.
Yeah, I think the character's name is Curly.
Curly, yes. He tells him that Wendy's his favorite one. He must know more than what we know, Because there must be a
Yeah.
reason. That's not the reason why he likes Wendy more. Because he makes the excuse that she was the first one, and she did a good line, eh? Oh yeah, my dad threw away the first pancakes.
It shows how like it shows she's probably a lot more mature than the other synthetics, right? It seems like it. She's more. She seems more driven too.
Because why do you think you throw away the first pancakes? They're always the crappy ones, eh?
Yeah,
When
probably.
you start making them, I think the most crappy.
So like,
the crappy ones.
you know, start to go, oh, okay, that one wasn't right, and the second one, oh yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think something's up. Hey, something's up that hasn't been revealed yet, eh?
Yeah,
And it's the reason why Wendy's
Special.
suffering every time the aliens with the sounds in her ears. I don't know if it's got to do with the aliens or got to do with her brother, but we'll see. We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see when the time comes.
I was surprised with Joe was his character's reaction to the acid blood in that scene with the thing where how, you know, in the recent movies when the acid blood falls on them, they're like, huh, what's going on? And then the acid goes through their uniform and they're like, ah! But Joe was like, acid blood, and he just quickly takes his jacket off. I was like, oh, the man. The first character to do that. Most of the time it's like, ah, get it off. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, the other scenes involve the two. Who are the two synthetics?
Oh, Simi and what's the other one's name?
Smee.
Smee and the Indian one, and what's the other boy's name? No, that's the clever one.
No, Slightly, yeah, and Smee.
Yeah, Smee and Slightly. That's the one. Those two. Because they end up interacting with Moray, the cyborg.
Yeah, Mara's cyborg. That was a funny scene because we know they're kids in adult bodies, synthetic bodies. They're acting like kids, and Mara figures it out, eh?
Yeah, straight off the bat, he's like treating them as adults, like, put your guns down.
Yeah.
And they go, we don't have guns. No, I don't have a gun. And he's like, huh? And then, he's telling them to do other stuff, eh? And they're talking amongst themselves like kids. And he's like, what the hell? Why are you guys talking like kids for? And he was like, what the hell's going on here? What kind of synthetics are these? That's another question. Like, throughout all the other alien movies, right? The synthetics have always been full-on synthetic, like AI, everything. But these synthetics have human consciousness. So I don't know why they didn't carry on that technology. The Prodigy was absolutely bankrupt. Maybe after this show, they get bankrupt. I don't know. Because you never see another synthetic like that ever. With actual human consciousness in its system. It's always been those ones with the white yogurt stuff coming out. Yeah.
Trillionaires. They're trillionaires.
Yeah, I don't know how they can get bankrupt.
Yeah.
Trillionaire, man.
I guess the kids, Smee and Slightly, they don't really figure out he's a cyborg until after he uploads everything in his brain.
Bro,
the computer system and that.
That kind of freaked me out a little bit. The lights and the sweating and his fucked up eyes. Shit, he's a good actor.
Yeah. And it's when we learned that he put something on Slightly, he puts a bug on Slightly.
Yeah.
And then I think
notice
because he knew they were kids, so he knew, this is my chance to do something. Hey, that's why I didn't even see him put anything on him.
Yeah, neither. I remember seeing something on his neck, but I thought it was because he was strangling the kid.
Yeah.
But probably at the same time he planted something on him. It's pretty mean too, eh? Because only so that you can hear him. So fuck, it's also freaky. Fuck.
Yeah,
Dude.
And then the boss comes through. Kirsch, he comes in his exchange with the cyborg with Morrow, and then Morrow jumps off the. But that was funny because the alien egg opens, right, and that's it. We didn't see what happens after.
It opened because of the cyborg, because he got close to it. Was it biomaterial?
Organic material.
Yeah, the biomaterial. Yeah, organic material. So, because he's half human, so the alien's like, oh yeah, sweet, dinner time.
So, when we talk about the alien lore, that's the first time I've heard about this. That the alien egg only opens up when there's an organic life form near it.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense, eh? Because if it tried to jump into synthetic, What's there to eat but plastic and steel?
Yeah, well, it won't sense any organic material on the synthetic. But
Mm.
you know, you can see the egg open wide up, and then it cuts away
closes.
when they were showed again, right?
Yeah. And
So this is the first time I've seen them close again.
yeah.
And then
Yeah, true.
we learn later on that they only open up when organic life forms are near them.
Yeah, that's right. Because the trolley near right in the lab, and the
Yeah.
bloody thing starts to open, and then it closed.
Yeah,
And Chris is like, "Oh no, you need to go." Like he literally grabs his boss. He pushes him up.
yeah,
Like, hey, what are you doing?
yeah. That's right. So as far as the lore goes, that's a new thing we haven't learned. If we watch every other alien film,
Bro,
we haven't seen that. We haven't seen
they
that
just
before.
jump out and strangle their
Yeah.
prey and
Yeah, exactly.
on the face.
Another thing that surprised me was Morrow's way in. So when Morrow escapes, they comb the area and he's not around. So he's escaped. He's not there anymore. They take the specimens back to Neverland, and then we cut back to where Morrow is, and he's walking around the streets. See, he's walking around the streets. He steals a phone. He rings up his boss, Yutani, and it's interesting. And this is why it's great writing, because it's interesting because he's talking to Yutani, and she reminds him, "Remember, you were out of space for 60 years. You're talking about my grandmother."
Yeah, that's pretty sad, because that means then all his kids or whatever family he had, they're all passed.
Yeah,
because it's been 65 years, and they were probably old by then.
Yeah, that's right. So he rings Yutani thinking it's the woman that he's been dealing with when he was on Earth, forgetting that 65 years has passed, bro. Like, you're talking to the granddaughter now, who's in charge of the whole thing now.
Makes sense the way the crows sleep while they travel in space. So it adds years to their that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's right. And as far as his programming goes, he's got a directive. He can't escape from his mission. It seems like all has failed. He rings up his boss, and Yutani says, "Oh, you know what? You failed. You haven't got them. Come back in. We'll do something else." Right? He goes, "No, I'm sticking to the plan. Hey, I'm not. I'm just telling you, I'm sticking to the plan. I've got a way in." And I'm thinking, when he says that, I'm thinking, "Hey, what way in? You ran off and they took off without you, bro. How you got a way in?"
And not only that, how are you going to take all those specimens back to the to Yutani? Right, bro. They're pretty fucking dangerous, all of them.
And then we realize, he's done something too slightly, and he put a bug on him or something. Yeah, like he can talk to him in his head. And when you saw Slightly and Smee talking together like they're little kids, that's when he's thinking, "Hey, oh, fuck, they're little kids, man. I got this plan. I can manipulate them."
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he knows that they're actually little kids, like human consciousness in the synthetic body. I don't think he'll learn that until later on when he gets closer to Slightly.
Yeah.
But,
we'll
try
see.
to manipulate him a bit more.
But it's gonna add, man. It's interesting because this whole episode, when we get to this part, and then we get to the part where they're working on the specimens in the lab, I forgot all about the storyline of brother meets sister, of Wendy meeting, and that's sort of this story. This episode 3 takes us away from that now. So I'm not sure if I want to go back there. And it's like there's more things now to think about.
Yeah,
to concentrate on, like, what the hell these aliens are doing, right? So in terms of like the story, where it's going, it's cool. I think it's a good thing because it shows how many layers of storylines the series has, right? So there's a few things to resolve. There's some incentives for different characters in the TV show. You got Yutani that wants their specimens back. You got Prodigy that wants to be better than a rival company.
Yeah, so obviously they want
to take advantage.
Yeah, they want to capitalize over bloody Yutani and Wayland.
Yeah, that's right. They want to capitalize over these aliens that they've got. You've got Wendy, who's looking like her mission is to save her brother or keep her brother alive.
I don't know.
Right?
I wonder if that's because of the Wendy in the actual Peter Pan story. It's kind of looking that way. I don't know. Pretty buzzy.
Then you've got Morrow, his incentive is to finish his mission.
Bro, I'll say this quickly. That guy reminds me of the android on the first Alien movie, and the android. Oh yeah, the android on the first Alien movie. He reminds me of that guy. The guy that always wants to do the mission. Fuck the humans. This is basically what he did. He fucked his crew. Just let them all die, man. Shit.
Ash.
Just let them all die. Yeah, that's right, Ash. Because he ends up
Ash
popping up
on-
Alien Romulus, eh? Because he was on another science lab project of Wayland
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
and Yatani. It's like, shit. They use those synthetic droids everywhere.
So Morrow's probably got the same programming as Ash, eh? Like whatever the
I'm wondering about Koresh if it's the same sort of thing. Because he's acting like Dave.
well, he's acting like he's interested in these aliens, eh?
Yeah, like Dave on Alien
Yeah.
Covenant. He's going to start embryoing them into the human colonies. Yeah, fuck.
Because the thing about Dave, he was an AI android that wanted to do the mission of helping David Wayland to find out the secret of humankind.
Yeah.
That's why he went to get the
That was the step
black
two.
goo.
Yeah, the step to immortality, or
Yeah.
what thing was praising about.
So you know how so David the AI, he turns around and uses it to improve himself rather than the humans, eh?
Yeah.
So that was his thing. So maybe with Kirsch, that's his sort of. Yeah, you're right. He might be in the David of Prodigy.
Because that's going to bring up some ugly shit. You know what happened with Dave in the last movie? Like everything just turned backwards. Yeah, the synthetics are like, they're starting to get into their proper places, eh? Like Curly wants to be this. Wendy's definitely like, I'm going to go save my brother. I forgot the one that's really clever. He definitely wants to be a scientist. And the other two are just mucking around. Him and Slightly are just, they're just bombing around. Watching TV.
They look like they're the youngest ones, eh? They look like they're the youngest ones.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm.
Just the way they act. Curly is definitely, she must be a lot older. She's acting like an adult.
Yeah, it's a big story, eh? It looks like.
Mm.
And when you compare to the characters in the movies, like you're right, Morrow's like an Ash.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of vibe I was getting.
And David AI is like Kirsch, and Kirsch will probably turn into him too. So yeah, it's a good. I follows a good episode.
Yeah, me too.
To push the story forward in a way where there's more at stake now, and similar to episode 3 of Chief of War, where you get introduced to Kamehameha for the first time, and the Hawaiian Islands and their role in the whole unification of Hawaii. So nothing's really happening, but it's pushing the story forward, and I think this one is doing the same thing. Yeah. There was a conversation that what's the girl's name? Curly.
Yeah.
So there was a conversation that Curly has with Cavalier.
I think she basically wants to run she's trying to convince
leader,
Cavalier.
right?
She's trying to convince Cavalier that she should be number one. And
right.
I think Cavalier sees that, so he's giving her some homework. And,
That's
writes
right.
up books and stuff.
She questions him about why is Wendy number one?
Yeah. She's wondering
why do you give more love to Wendy?
Because she explains that Wendy's only interested in, her brother.
Her brother,
making sure he's all right.
And why are you so giving Wendy everything? And he says, because Wendy was my first one I made.
Yeah.
Wendy was the first one, and she doesn't believe that, right? So, yeah, that's right. But he says something about being a kid. Remember when he talked about last episode? He wants to talk to someone smart.
Yeah.
He wants to have a conversation.
Than him.
He wants to have a conversation with people smarter than him, and he wants to create that. If he can create a being that's smarter than him, it's what he wants to do. And he talks about something. He talks about something that reminded me of a TED talk that I listened to ages ago, and it was a TED talk done by a professor who talked about the TED talk was about why are schools ruining kids' brains, and he did a TED talk about it, and he said schools teach the kids to be like adults. You
Kind
got to
of,
learn
yeah.
these things, right?
Yeah.
And it cuts out creativity. If you're a kid and you don't have any rules, your mind can go anywhere you want because you don't have any rules
Yeah,
to
you're not restricted.
restrict your mind down. So kids are always creative because they look at things in a different way than adults do,
Yep.
right? And that's what he was talking about to Curly. Like that's why he wanted the kids. He wanted to do this experiment with kids because kids have a big imagination.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is, I think it was touched on episode 1 or 2, I can't remember, but also because the child's mind could take the transfer to the synthetic, where I think the adult's mind can't do it. You know, I think knowing that you're going to be transferred from your body, your biological body, to something that's foreign, I don't think the adult mind could handle that. So I think the child's mind was more receptible to the transfer too, and also because they think outside the box.
And that's interesting too because it means kids are more liable to do that. Like because when you're a kid, you don't worry about the consequences.
Yeah, true.
You just go head first. So kids do stuff with no fear, with nothing influencing them, right?
Yeah,
so the imaginations are bigger, and that's what I think. Boy Cavalier, that's part of his experiment. That's why he wants the kids to be in these synthetic adult bodies, and when they grow, they've still got their child mind, so they can be more creative, right? It's interesting because Kirsch, he's a kid too. He was a kid, eh?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think he's a full synthetic. I don't think he's a human conscious. I think he's just like Ash.
Right.
So he's like the product. He's like the original product, but kids are, they're all human consciousness.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love that part of the episode when they had that conversation. I'll probably have to go back and rewatch it. But that conversation between Cavalier and Curly was very interesting, and a lot of the themes of the Peter Pan theme that comes in, the themes of Peter Pan, connected to that conversation. Why the kids are in synthetic adult bodies are connected to that conversation, and the whole theory behind kids having a big imagination could spark like new ideas to push the human race forward. Like that's the whole thing, that whole thing is all connected, and it's interesting that the Cavalier is using that idea to help his company, go forward with the evolution of humankind. So
yeah, also
also
to add to that, because like kids, that's why we push them to learn a lot of stuff, because they can handle it. They can take a lot of all that knowledge. They're more receptible to it. So that's probably another reason too. So it kind of ties all of that, like what you were saying, all of that together.
Yeah. And man, we're talking about this for like 10 minutes. Nothing to do with aliens. It's just like,
yeah, I know. Because
great story writing, man.
There's different branches of the story coming off now. So there's like, I want to see what happens here. I want to see what happens there. No, now you're not concentrated on, like you were saying, we forgot about Wendy and her brother. And yeah, you're exactly right. Because when we did come back to the end part, then I was reminded again, oh, yeah, that's right. Wendy saved her brother, and now she's going nuts over the aliens. So I was like, oh, shit.
So, still we got some mystery to figure out. Like, still some reveals. Probably the biggest reveal was what really is inside Wendy's head, why she got created. I think there's more to it than just what Cavalier has said, has showed us during the series so far. But yeah, it's great writing, man, and this whole idea of the evolution of humans, even in the real life, in the real world.
It's kind of
right now it's the beginning. Right, we've got this big idea that we can transcend humans in the future, put our consciousness in the computer consciousness and the cyborg or whatever it is, change our body parts to live longer. These ideas are already here, man, and they're trying to figure it out already. So I think these themes in Aliens, Earth, in the background, is part of it. And it's interesting to see where we think Earth might end up, which is quite scary at the same time.
Yeah, corporations. The corporation theme is a big, highly possibility, especially with companies like our oil companies in it, and the
Yeah.
food departments and pharmacies, corporations. Bah, one of the biggest ones out there. Oh, and the drug cartels.
Exactly.
Mm.
Anything more on this episode that you can think of? Any scenes we haven't spoke about?
No, I think we've touched on nearly everything, even the conversations. Yeah, we talked about Morrow.
There was that
So-
another scene when Smee and Slightly were in the lounge. They were just chilling out, and the butler comes in there.
Yeah, and
he
he has
tries
a
to
word.
he tries to figure out what Morrow said to Slightly, because obviously he sees him on the TV screen.
Yeah,
And the fact that he mentioned to them, "Oh yeah, we see everything you guys see. We're plugged into your eyes. We can see," and they were shocked.
yeah.
They're like, "Oh, are you allowed to
Hey.
do that? Are you allowed to do that? I don't feel comfortable."
Yeah, well, thing is to worry about the voice in his head. Now he's got now everything he sees it gets recorded. Fuck shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think the butler, I don't know. It's like he knows Morrow, perhaps. I don't know. It can't be though, because if he did, he would be like at least 100 and something years old. Because things been away for 65 years, but he might have an interest, or he knows of him. Who knows? But yeah.
So I predict. So this is one of my predictions for the next few episodes, because they're on an island. I think there's humans on this island too. The scientists, not the synthetics that go in to study the aliens, because the humans can't.
Yeah.
But I think these facehuggers come and turn some of these humans into, aliens. And then you're going to get an infestation of aliens running around this island, man. Hey, so it's going to turn into, it should be aliens Jurassic Park or something.
Yeah, well, if we know anything about the alien history, bro, it always ends up like that. Some idiot always opens up an egg, and then someone always gets a face hug on their face. And
What
then
do you
the
think?
alien
Do you think there's going to be aliens Jurassic Park? Because the island looks like Jurassic Park Island.
It's a perfect condition for them.
And with these aliens, if these xenomorphs are running around this island, just like the raptors on Jurassic Park, it'll be like that, eh?
Yeah. But you know what the worst part is? Because we know these animals can swim too.
Mm.
We saw it on the other movie.
Mm.
Where they were swimming around like fish. So, fuck. Doesn't matter where they are.
Is Joe dead?
Joe. I don't think so. He's got one lung, though. The other one is for the xenomorph. Fucking hell.
One lung, and didn't the xenomorph pierce him with his tail?
Yeah, well, it looked like it cut the lung.
Oh.
Because you see the lung, it's got a cut on it. I don't know if they were going to repair it, but I think that's out of the order now, because Chris went and chucked the embryo in the same tank.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck?
Maybe they saved it, eh? That was the dead lung, and it was damaged, so they took it, eh? For the experiment.
So how does embryo work? It eats the lung DNA, the human DNA, and then becomes just like the one before? The same xenomorph, or does it change into, I don't know, something else?
We shall see. We shall see next episode.
Shit's strange, man. There's bloody engineers that made that shit, eh?
You got a prediction for next episode?
Nah, I think it's the same as yours, bro. Jurassic Park. Alien Park, whatever you call it. The Xenomorphs Park.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. We shall see. All right, man. That's us for another episode of Channel 135. This was the Aliens Earth episode 3 review. Tune in soon. We're going to do Peacemaker Season 2. It starts on Friday. We're going to review that on the weekend. And we're also going to drop... we have to get together and review the movie Weapons. It's on Apple Movies right now. Horror movie by Zach Krieger, who also did Barbarian.
That was interesting. Very interesting.
And tune in to our Chief of War reviews on the Channel 135 as well.
Yeah.
So drop that episode on Monday night. So yeah, man. Thanks, Eric, for jumping on. That's us for another episode. We'll be back here again for Aliens Earth episode 4.
All good.
And tell you all about it. All right. Thanks, man. Bye.